Hello friends, welcome to Nabla Online Maths. Today we are going to learn how to evaluate angles of trigonometry ratios using our fingers. And I have some angles on the board to illustrate this. These angles are 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. All of these angles are called special angles. And these angles falls within the first quadrant in the Cartesian plane. So if you are asked to use the trigonometry ratios to evaluate any of these angles, that is either you are using sine, cos, or tan. These are the formulas that you'll be using alongside with your fingers. Sine theta is equal to square root of fingers below all over 2. Cos theta is equal to square root of fingers above all over 2. And tan theta is equal to square root of fingers below all over square root of fingers above. And now, each of these fingers represent a particular angle. This finger is 0 degrees, this is 30 degrees, this is 45 degrees, this is 60 degrees, and this is 90 degrees. So if I stretch it on this particular diagram, you see that this finger points to 0 degrees, this points to 30 degrees, this points to 45 degrees, this points to 60 degrees, and this points to 90 degrees. So anytime they are asking you to find any of this angle using these ratios, what you do is that you bend the finger that points to the angle that you are going to evaluate, and then you consider the fingers above and the fingers below, depending the ratio that you are using. So let's move to the examples. Example 1, I have sine 30 degrees. So to solve sine 30 degrees, what I'll do is that I will place my finger this way, and then bend the 30 degrees finger. So if I bend it, sine is square root of fingers below all over 2. So the fingers below over the bent finger is only 1. That is the 0 degrees finger. So that means that I'll have square root of 1 over 2. And square root of 1 is 1 over 2. This simply means that sine 30 degrees is 1 over 2. Let's go to the second example. Sine 60 degrees. To evaluate sine 60 degrees, the same procedure. I will do this. And then bend the 60 degrees finger, this one. If I bend it, I will now consider how many fingers are below. 1, 2, 3. So that means that it will be square root of 3 all over 2, because sine is square root of fingers below all over 2. So sine 60 is the same thing as root 3 over 2. Let's move to cos 0 degrees. So if I do this, cos 0 degrees, I'll bend the 0 degrees finger. But cos is square root of fingers above all over 2. So the number of fingers above are 1, 2, 3, 4. So cos 0 degrees will be square root of 4 over 2. But we know that square root of 4 is 2 over 2. And 2 over 2 will give me 1. This simply means that cos 0 degrees is 1. If you use the calculator, you get the same thing. Let's go to cos 90 degrees. Cos 90 degrees, I will do this. Then this is the 90 degrees finger. I will bend that one. Cos is square root of fingers above all over 2. So after bending this one, there's no finger above again. So what I will do is that I will now, since there's no finger above, it means that the finger there is 0. So I will have square root of 0 all over 2. But root 0 is 0 over 2. And 0 over any number, it will give me 0. 0 over 2 is 0. Now, this simply means that cos 90 degrees is 0. Let's go to tan 45 degrees. I'll do this. Tan 45, it means that I'll bend the 45 degrees finger. And tan is square root of fingers below all over square root of fingers above. So fingers below is 2, fingers above is also 2. So this will give me root 2 over root 2. And root 2 over root 2, they are all the same. It means my answer is 1. That means that tan 45 degrees is 1. Now the last example, tan 90 degrees. So I'll do this. And then bend the 90 degrees finger. So after bending the 90 degrees finger, I will now use the formula. Square root of fingers below. Square root of fingers below. How many are below? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many are above? No finger is above. That means 0. So this will give me square root of 4 over square root of what? 0. Then square root of 4 is 2 over 0. So this time I have 2 over 0. And any number over 0 is undefined or infinity. So this particular answer will be undefined. That's why at times some of the calculators, when you use and you press, it will give you mass error or syntax error. So that means that if you use calculator and press tan 90 degrees, you will not get an answer. It will give you error, or we call it undefined. So this is how we solve trigonometry angles in trigonometry without using calculator when you want to use your fingers. And this angles falls within the first quadrant. Next lesson, I'm going to talk about when the angle is not within the first quadrant, whether it's in the second quadrant, third quadrant, or fourth quadrant. You see, at time you place a particular angle, the answer will be negative. You will not know why it is negative. All of these things are positive because they are all in the first quadrant. And in the first quadrant, sine, cos, and tan are all what? Positive. So next time, I will take angles that will not be in the first quadrant, but rather the other quadrants. And we'll see how we get the answers. This particular platform is to teach you not to use calculator to solve mathematics problem. So it's just to teach you to become human calculator. You do mathematics without using calculator. So what you do is that just subscribe to my YouTube channel so that anytime I've uploaded a new video, you will be notified and view it. And now, you can also share my Facebook page for others to watch. Thank you once again for watching this particular video. Bye-bye.